The non-voter population in the United States is rising along with the population of non-voters under the age of 29. Also, more women are voting than men in every age group except for the 65 and over seniors, in which men barely voted more than the women. Furthermore, women have outvoted men in every single race by a large margin. There are many reasons why people do not vote. The most popular excuse not to vote is that they think one vote will not make a difference. Also, 25% of people do not agree with the voter laws in the United States. Here are some more reasons why people say they do not vote. There have been many ideas tried to influence people to vote. One plan that was tried was to make a local lottery for the people that voted, and one lucky voter would win $1 million. It may have seemed like a good idea, but it was considered illegal. Regardless of not liking either of the candidates, voters are encouraged to vote for the one that will have the most positive impact on their life at that time. Regardless of the reason, the lack of voting can have consequences and a significant effect on the outcome of the election. Not taking the time to do research on either or both of the candidates leaves the candidates at an unfair disadvantage and a loss of votes. Many elections are very close and rely heavily on the few swinging states and votes. Although there are few minor consequences in not voting, the major consequences lie within the actual person that decided not to vote. Not voting does more damage to yourself than to the actual country as a whole. Non-voters cannot complain about the results of the election or about the new president if they did not take the time to vote in the election. The effect that not voting has is that the wrong or bad representative could be elected for the job. In some ways, it is the job of the United States citizens to vote in all elections, seeing that the winning candidate of the election will be in some sense controlling their country for the next 4 years. The non-voting population is approximately just over 30% of the population. Of that 30%, most of it consists of voters under the age of 50 years old. There are many reasons why Americans should vote to improve their lives. One reason voting is important is that the President and the members of Congress decide how much payroll tax you pay, the cost of living increases and benefit schedules for your Social Security pension, and what Medicare services you receive and share payment for. Another reason to vote is that every vote matters, as we saw in the 2000 election between Gore and Bush. Another is to bust the stereotype that young people do not vote. After all, your future is dependent on you, whether you vote or not. It is important to vote for the candidate that shares the same beliefs and thoughts that you do. In some sense, college students' votes mean the most at that time because who gets elected determines how things are going when they get out of college. These are the reasons why voting is important in the United States and should be taken seriously.